Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of the Just Be Simple podcast. Your host with the most. You know what I'm saying? Hope all is well. Hope everybody is doing what they need to be doing, as well as leaving room for what they want to do, what they desire. Okay? And making sure y'all earning it, getting all the repetitions in. Okay? Now, before I start, you see the title, all right? We about to get in that bag. I really was thinking about doing a 2-in-1 episode with this one because I ain't gonna say the other title that I have for the other episode if I do it, but I was thinking about doing this a 2-in-1. Anyway, we're living in the coon culture, y'all. We are in a coon culture. Let's talk about it because it's sad. All right? It is sad. It is pathetic. Too much cooning going on. From the smallest of the smallest level to the highest of the highest level is too much cooning. Now let's speak about what cooning really means. A coon is a person of color. A person of color shooking and jiving, dancing and gyrating, doing all type of animations and emotes for people of non-color. Okay? All because they have control, power, money, estate. Right? That's what a coon is. Now, on the smallest level, what could cooning look like? Cooning looks like you cheesing every single time every single time a white person walks past you. You feeling like you shouldn't be doing something or you out of place because you black and they are in the vicinity and they what man all it coon 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 because you feel out of place because they're around. Give a damn if they're around. You just all right. All right. You just mad cheesy. Showing all the gums. Bro, relax. It's cool to be hospitable. It's dope to be welcoming. Not too much, but it's dope to be welcoming, right? But you're doing the most for the sake of what? Trying to get a connection? Trying to get a better position? Trying to get a better job? And that's on a small scale, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a story, okay? Y'all know I said this in the one of the first podcast episodes that we've done. Okay, when I was in my old crib, it was the story of Jaden Banks from childhood, the childhood trauma, the pain, the agony, the great times, the terrible, the not so good times, everything. I gave y'all the full 360 from when I was a kid, everything I remembered, or just about everything I remembered from when I was a kid to what, when I was like 21, 22? Yeah, like 22. Yeah, around 22, right? So, if y'all watched that episode, y'all know that I was one of like 5 black kids in my whole entire grade school. In my whole entire school, my ears ringing, so that, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm telling the truth. And this is what I need to be saying right now. But yeah, I was one of the only people of color in my whole entire school from pre-K, kindergarten, pre-K to 5th grade, 6th grade. Yeah. Yeah, because then middle school starts, like pre-high school starts, That's seventh, eighth grade. Yeah, you look to go to a school that has high school, obviously, so you can already, you know what I'm saying, jump start your way into, you know, your high school career and not having to switch schools, all that business, right? So I was around mostly white. I was around all white. With my school, that is, with my schooling. I was around all white. So 5 days of the week, I am learning I am learning the keys and the essence of, you know, like appropriation, you know. I was raised very great. Believe that. I was raised very great by my mom, my dad, my me mom, my me, you know, my uncles, grandpa, you know, people in my life that held weight. You know, I was raised greatly. And you know, it was a blessing because it taught me more about the politics of life at a very, very young age. It taught me about the politics of life. And because I am well mannered, I'm well spoken, I'm articulate, I'm honest, I got a good heart. I had a good heart. I got a good heart, right? Who I am as a kid is very similar. Is, you know, damn near spitting image to who I am today. It's just more exonerated. It's more exaggerated. You know, it's more free to express itself, right? But I wanted to be white. I wanted to be white. They took me. These white people. They took me everywhere. And now that I'm thinking about it, sure, sure. I did. I was around some pretty good-hearted white people, you know. But a part of me now thinks that it was a ploy to show other, like me being around them, it was a ploy to show other white people that they're not racist, they're not prejudiced. You get it? You get it. You felt that. Yeah. Yeah. That's not what it mostly was, but like, oh yeah, we got Jane. Yeah, Jane's a great kid. You know, I'll always speak up for him. I'll always, you know, we'll take him everywhere. He's such a great, he's well mannered. He's so awesome. He's great with all the other kids. Everybody loves him. Yeah. 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 But when you start asking for like resources and like things that like really matter, then it's kind of like, oh, well, you kind of need this to get that. Okay, but do you got this? Okay, well, and then they don't help you get it. So it's like, they stiff arm. They stiff arm you. Okay. So I know y'all got the, because I seen it. I seen y'all give it to him. And sure, I'm not y'all son. I got a mom. I got a dad. I got a grandma. Y'all don't see them very often. But they're around. They're here. Okay? And I wanted to be white because I seen like the top largest levels of life when I was like 6, 8. I seen it. After school, 3-story cribs. They got a back house, a pool, a basketball court, multiple maids. They got like a maid. They have a maid for each floor. They got drivers. They taking me to their beach house. They taking me to freaking Seaside, Florida, Sarasota, Pensacola. And we doing it big. I'm boy, am I renting bikes? Psh. So y'all know 2026. Y'all know what pickleball is now? Frisbee was back in the gap. Frisbee for white folks was that shit. Frisbee was that shit. It was fun. I'm fast. I was fast. When I started learning how to throw the frisbee for real and catch distance, catch wind, oh, it was over with. So, I'm, but I wanted to be white. And I went home one day and I told my mom, I said, Mom, why don't we have a maid? Why don't I said, Mom, what's up a day? At like 7. Like, and my mama just looked at me. She was like, "Up." Like in hindsight, she looked at me. She was like, "Boy, like here it comes. Like here comes the like the you know when you see somebody have a brain fart or you see somebody have a mind blowing situation occur in real time. It's like they're shocked, right, from what they didn't know, from the misinformation. That's what my mom seen in me when I came home and said I wanted to be white. I wanted to change my skin, do all that dumbass shit. I got indoctrinated. I got because I got blinded by everything that they had. And when I'm going home, I'm going to Holly Grove. I'm going to the hood by my Meemaw, and then I'm going to an apartment, way out with my mama. You know? So it's like, wow, I am battling essentially where I want to be, where I want to live. So in most cases, shit, I'd be at their house 4 days out the week. I'd have my own drawer in they crib. I'd have my clothes over there. I mean, we all went to the same school, so I have my school stuff over there. Use his socks, have my shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was the freedom. The freedom, like, playing video games late at night. It was the exposure to like, older girls who were always white, the older girls, because had sisters, and we were trying to get with his sister's friends. You know how I be. It just so happened that I was around white people doing it. I was around white people doing it, and I don't regret. I mean, my parents worked their ass off, worked hard to get me those experiences to speak about it now and to be the man that I am now. I understand that. I understand that. I overstand that. No doubt. Yes, I do. But what I saw is what I saw. My feelings, my takeaways, my definitions, meanings from what I seen, you can't take away. Parents can't take away from you from that. But it's you get the good and the bad. You don't know what's good without seeing the bad. You don't know what's great without seeing what's awful. You don't. But that well-roundedness, that flexibility, that adaptability, adults, adults, leaders, business owners, CEO, managers, they can't even equip this shit that I've been having, that my parents endorsed this. It was already in me, but my parents saw it, felt it, and pushed it, enabled it more. So them type conversations I know was very difficult, If I remember correctly, my mom cried. My mama cried because it was like I was shitting on her. I was shitting on the way that she was parenting me. But that's how she took it. And she not wrong for feeling those feelings. But what I'm going home, like, it's it don't make sense. It didn't make sense, but yeah. So that did a lot to my mind, and that was like the beginning stages of me turning into a coon. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like I started people pleasing around that time because I felt the gaze of white people pressed up against me. If I don't do this, if I don't do that. It's so interesting, perceptions, right? A white boy goes outside, it's cold, it's wintertime. It's around November, okay? A white boy goes outside in a beanie and a hoodie over the beanie. And he got gloves on. He just a white boy playing outside with his friends. But black boys go outside with beanies and hoodies over their beanies and gloves on. They look like they about to cause some trouble. And I had to unlearn. This is why I can't stand that stupid ass YN term. Y'all are so ignorant. Y'all so stupid. You know how crazy you sound? You know how crazy you sound? You black and you talk about YNs. You are endorsing this type of conversation. The YN walk, the YN talk, the YN look. Oh my God, you coon. You coon. Like you need to be lashed. You need to be lashed. Straight up. How dare you? How dare you endorse this type of behavior? Because you sound like you're giving an abbreviation for a word, a term that you could already say to appropriate and give them more innuendos, more signs to be like, oh, that's the YN. Be careful about the YNs. So now I got black folks even more apprehensive, even more tense when it comes to black kids, mostly black boys. That's a YN. Look out for the YNs. I need a shirt. I'm gonna make my own shirt. I ain't gonna put it on the website, but it's gonna be "Cooning is a drug." Don't be a coon. Yeah, cooning is a drug. And now I want to segue into some conversations I've been having recently. So, y'all know basketball, first love. I'm still playing. Just finished coaching a couple months ago, and I'm training. I'm training, playing, all of that. Right. I'm still around the game. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. I'm young as hell. All right now. So boom. I went to a hoop sesh last night, and I was talking to these dudes, after everybody left, and it was just like us three, and we was watching the kids play out there, and we was talking about like the high school years of sports, basketball, football, baseball, track. Man, I had it back in the day, man. Look, I had. And these dudes are different. They're not like the older man. Look, when I was 18, when I was 17, man, I was breaking records. I was shooting from half court. I was the hot sauce. I was and one out there. I was playing like the Harlem Globetrotters. Now I would now, but was the conversation was based around coaches and teachers cooning and stifling players from getting to or going to the next level, which is obviously still a thing today. It irks my fucking nerves. It makes my heart clamp. Like, see, just because you're an adult does not mean that you have the resources, the confidence, the enthusiasm, the skill set, the leadership, the word, the vocabulary, the accessibility. Just because you're an adult, you're older, does not equate that you have what it takes to give and instill whatever to someone younger than you. But you want to be a teacher. You want to be a basketball coach because you played basketball for the school, or you played football for the school. So now you want to be a coach. You want to be a trainer. No, it comes with so many different layers. So the conversation was based upon them telling me, right? I asked a lot of questions, so I'm just sitting there like soaking up their story, right? Their storyline. My dude told me my senior year, my coach who watched me from middle school, I was balling, I was scoring, I was, dribbling. Like he said, he was hot sauce out there. He was killing. And he was like, come to this school, come to this school. And he went for high school, right? And he went. Now they had dogs, he said. They had dogs on the basketball team from his freshman year to his senior year. Dogs. They had a winning record too, because of the players, not really the coach, but they had dogs. And he told me, looked at me, he said, bro, that coach killed me. That coach killed everything in me. Everything. Because he had the heart, the hustle, the skill set, the athleticism. And he wasn't like tall. He was, short, stocky. He's obviously, more grown now, but he was quick and he was stocky, and he could score the ball. He was like my senior year, the 6th game of the season. His coach kept, rug pulling him. He played good. He started the game before. The next game, he's out. He don't play until the 3rd quarter. Looking at him like, you want to play? Coaches really have so much more power than they think. Like, you are stripping or enabling this kid's confidence either through the roof or through the ground. And he was like, he just like nodded his head, and he was like, he went out there, and they were already losing, I think, at this point, he said. And he just went off the court. He was getting double teamed. His teammates not helping him. He was the only guard in the game. So he was the only guard, wasn't very tall. And then he had 4 other big men in the game. Trying to like sabotage, like trying to like test them mid-game, trying to see what you gonna do. Like last game you played good, this game, like and he was like, nobody was helping him, nobody was coming to him to get the ball. He was getting trapped, and he would just like, chuck it from half court. And he made the first one. He said he made the first one, and then he came down and like he was asking teammates, come help. Teammates wouldn't come, and he said he just threw the ball down and he walked off. That was his last time playing basketball for that team and ever. Imagine that shit. All because of the coach. He said that coach killed everything in me with the game of basketball. Everything. And I seen it in his eyes, y'all. You know when you got that glossy, painful look, or when you see that glossy, painful look in somebody's eyes of fear, of regret, of I wish I would have, somebody got in the way, or some life got in the way, I was around the wrong crowd, type of pain, type of look. His eyes was big as shit, like this. His eyes, saying a story, but it was full of pain. And I felt them. And he was like, I never played basketball ever again. He killed everything in me. Man. And y'all know my story when it comes to basketball. Y'all know my story. And I'm saying this humorously, obviously, but I'm a dummy. I didn't quit. I'm a dummy. I just was just first one to practice, last one to leave. I'm asking all the coaches, hey coach, how was that practice today? How did I do? Every single damn practice. I'm getting looked at like a fly on the wall. I'm getting little crumbs. Psychology, breadcrumbing. You give people just enough because you know motherfuckers is hungry. You give people just enough so they can keep coming back to you. So yeah, I was darkened. I was in a sunken place from like my sophomore year to my really like at first semester of the senior year, I was a little bit more, boy, I couldn't wait for that season to start, boy. Boy, I couldn't wait for that. I said to myself, man, I am not about to give this coach no reason not to play me. You gotta start me. Cause I wasn't getting no minutes last year. So I ain't expecting to be jumped. But junior year, busting their ass. Senior year, busting their ass. I'm a senior now, so but him telling me that story really opened my eyes. Now, COON, his coach, a COON, high level COON, because he could have went somewhere to play, whether that be somewhere in the city, make his way. But he could have went somewhere. He was that good. So he said he was that good. But as a adult, a coach, a guide, quote unquote, why are you not aiding and assisting people who want to do something different from stand in the streets, being around these hoes, being around these bitches, getting somebody pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Drugs, skipping school, thieving around. Now, here's the next level of coonery. The other dude who was there, he was a football guy, so he was a running back, and he look it to this day. He look it right, and he was like he had good. He was more silent, he was more quiet and observant, but he was like, man, there was one teacher who made me stop playing football because she made me ineligible to play, quote unquote. Now here's the politics in real time that's still going to this day. Who give a damn about your grades? You can come to school late, skip school, say you're sick. We'll mess with the numbers. But if you on our track program, our basketball program, our football program, and you the face, we got you. Teachers know. The guidance counselors know. The principal know. They all know. They're all in on it. Like Dave Chappelle explained in his special, when he was a kid and he witnessed, I think it was in New York, and he witnessed the street game of 3-card Monte. You know how you play the 3 cards. You got to find the jack or the king, right? The crowd, they be talking shit, talking in your ear. You put $50 up, $10 up. The crowd, man, that ain't the one. Nah, go for that one. Everybody's in on it. So how played do you feel when you look back? You sit back and you observe the crowd. You are the innocent bystander. You are the innocent, unbiased observer. And you watch everybody talk shit and their money just gone. Because they get soul dreams. Hopes. Nah, this the one. This the one. Bro, why you listen to him? Just back and forth. Causing turmoil. Causing indecisiveness indecisiveness in the brain. Tricked you out your spot. Now you down $200 just like that. And the whole time, he get 50, he get 50, he get 50, he get 50. Just from one person. And they out there all day. But football dude, he was like, she gave me Fs. She gave me 2 Fs. Because she was a teacher for like 2 classes. She gave me 2 Fs. And I was ineligible to play football. And he was a star. He could have that shit. Excuse me. That could have shit. Excuse me. He could have played basketball. He could have went somewhere to play football. The teachers, coons. The coaches, coons. Coon / just ignorant, just dumb. Just dumb. Because we know politics and favoritism go a long way. A real long way. So they're seeing players who are playing over them, playing more minutes than them, taking their spot in their position whole time. They got this. They dad is the coach. Their dad is the defensive lineman coach. Their dad is a DB coach. Their dad is the basketball trainer, the basketball assistant coach. And it hurts my heart. To this day, it hurts my heart. And for me to be a coach, given my game, given my love and pain, not pain. It's from a healed place at this point. But, given my years, decades of experience, of knowledge, of insight, of love, of tears, of everything with this game of basketball, I'll be damned if I speak to any kid. I don't give a damn the age. And I don't. This is who I am. And I don't instill life, confidence, enthusiasm with basketball. Let's just use the avenue of basketball right now because this is who I am in real life. But with the game of basketball, me being a coach, trainer, all of that, come on. I'll be damned if I don't. I cannot. I will be in that car on the drive home. I should have said something. Why didn't I say? Oh, I seen the look in his eyes. It'll eat me up until the next time I see him. And then when I see him, so cooning comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. But for you to be somebody who cares, you are of color, you're black, and you care more about the perception of non-colored white people, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you, dog. And I think about all the white girls that I mess with. You know, I never messed with a white girl who called themselves a snow bunny. That is atrocious. That's that's the equivalent of black folks calling black kids YNs. A white girl calling themselves a snow bunny. It's the equivalent. It's the exact equivalent, right? And I never messed with a chick like that, right? Disgusting. But I look back on all the white girls, all the snow I was playing in, and man, this is why you really gotta go through life with your head up, man, because you'll miss a lot with your head down. You Oh my gosh, bro. And that's one thing about me, y'all. I am going to go through those experiences. Give a damn if I come out bloody, snowy. I don't give a damn, dog. I'm going through them. I'm going through them, bro. Like, I'm quick to put myself through something, even if I know I should not need to, nor I should not even be in this position. I will put myself through it to really like to get the grit, to get the oil of the experience so I can relay it to somebody else. Because I don't give advice. I give what you already know, but you forgot. You can't get that from reading books all the time, being a bookworm. Can't get it. Gotta have both. Books are important. Yes, they are. A lot of truth in these books. $1,000,000, $1,000,000,000, gazillion, $1,000,000,000,000 ideas and systems are in place in these books to enable your lifestyle that you want, obviously. But you gotta have the experience and the oil that goes with the intelligence. If not, it goes to waste. It goes to waste. So that coonery, that cooning shit, you being that code switching shit, you might as well just be one of them. You might you might as well have your Thanksgiving meals, your Christmas dinners. You open up gifts with them. You hold them on such a high pedestal because they pay you. They're your boss. They're your manager. So because so when someone who's from a similar walk of you gives you some advice, for lack of better words, give you some advice, you pay it no mind, you pay no attention to it. But when someone who's white and has the money and pays you, you hold them, you hold their remarks and their opinions to the highest of regards. Ain't that about a bitch? Coon. Coon. Straight coon. Straight coon. Straight coon. Okay? Now, there's a couple things I want to leave off with, from these stories that I gave y'all. If you're a person with a voice, and I've really been making a lot of videos on voice and speaking up and speaking out a lot more recently and protecting what you love, which is to speak up against what you don't, right? If you are a person who either have grew into this, you studied, you've acquired this, or you're a natural, you articulate your words, you can get people in a gathering and connect things. You can connect minds with your voice. Please do not stop speaking. Do not stop talking. Trust me, it is not falling on deaf ears. I'm telling you, it is a slow burning process, but that's the fastest way. The slow burning process is the fastest way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They're going to dislike you if you did it, and they're going to dislike you if you didn't. They're going to call you scared. They're going to call you a punk. And if you do it, they're going to call you who he think he is. He's overzealous. He's too confident. He too whatever. Fuck him. Fuck him. Say it and walk away. Well, let me, because some of y'all gonna be like, oh, well, are you endorsing saying something, throwing a rock high in your hand? Absolutely not. But at the same time, you got to know what you're looking at. If you're a person who naturally has this, you know how to feel out energies, how to feel out temperaments of people. And I had a conversation too about this last week. Guys, some people's purpose out here is to belittle yours that you feel so passionately about. And it's real, it's authentic. That's their purpose in life. So the question was, to me, why do you think people hate? Because of fear. They're scared. They're scared. / you a coon. You are a coon. Why you hate? Because you a coon. Just stop. Stop trying to just wiggle. It's because you're a coon. That's why. That's why. You think that you cannot move ahead, move forward, move progressively in life without white people's help, white people's assistance. You can move quicker, progressively in life with people's help. Of course, if you're black, right? But sometimes the coon with the black folks, or the coons, the coons gonna stifle you, gonna repel you away, gonna distract you. Some people's purpose is to just distract you from yours. Straight up, that's it. Let me distract him and get him off it. Let me make him travel. get him off his pivot. But I don't want to push him. I ain't going to push him. I'm going to push this because he or she may be weak. So I'm going to get him here instead of physically. Oh, bro. It's levels to this. It's levels to this coonish shit. I done seen it all. And don't even get me started with the deeper, like, you know, with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the Black Panthers, you know, civil rights movement and the activists and, you know, being a black man of confidence and true merit, right? Don't even get me started on that. That's another whole podcast episode. But they're not going to send. They're not going to send a white man. They're not going to send Uncle Sam in the beginning every time. They're going to send a black director, a black producer, or a black executive, a black business owner, a black employee even, to work under you and watch what you do all the time. You paying them for an employee, let's say, you paying them and they're getting paid from a different group of people to infiltrate what you got going on, your establishment. And speaking of that, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Bobby Hemmett. I have been consuming a lot of his content throughout these past like 2 years. And I mean, if you know who that is, he's been speaking about everything that I'm saying, and Dick Gregory, Bobby Hemmett and Dick Gregory. I've been watching them. I've been watching Dick Gregory for years, like my senior year, right? So years. But Bobby Hemmett is saying the same shit. He said the same shit decades ago that I'm saying now. That a lot of us are tapped into, but our discernment is weak. Our spiritual powers is your attachment, your egotistical attachment to stuff is too strong. You got to let go. I was speaking to a dude today at the gym or at the court. He was like, I was telling him about my story, and he was like, damn, like, shit, you don't even know how powerful you are, bro. Like, you didn't even quit. Because he quit. Like, he stopped playing. You know, life happened. He got a chick pregnant. He started doing some illegal things and, right? Life. No guidance. No guidance. No best friend. No. Bro, look at Ebe. J. Cole's partner. J. Cole's right-hand man. Look at Ebe. That's a great dude. That's a great dude, bro. Ebe is a great dude. A person like that around J. Cole is everything. Ebe got skills. Ebe got talents. Ebe got dreams. Had dreams, you know? Look who he is for Cole to this day. If my boy had a Ebe or had a best friend, a brother that would, yo, bro, cut that out. Do you know how great you are? Do you know naturally, without training, you are 1,000 times better than everybody on the team? Everybody on the team. Like, and you tell them this shit every day until they get sick. Until they get sick of you saying it, then that's when you kind of back off a little bit. But they got to get sick first because they know it's like it's recycled in their brain enough already. All right, then you back off a little bit. But you don't stop. Just back off a little bit. You don't stop. Just back off a little bit. Nah. Too many coons around. Hating ass selfish players. Too many one-on-one players. You want it all for yourself at all times. The fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here, bro. Y'all are embarrassing. Y'all are embarrassing. Ignorant by choice. Y'all are ignorant. Yes, ignorant by choice. Pick up a book, nigga. Step outside your comfort zone. Do shit that's different. Hang around them same niggas that doing the same shit since high school. Because you don't want to be looked at as a sellout, as be. Y'all don't know the half of what a sellout really means. Sellout. Because you're doing different things than the niggas in the hood. The niggas from high school. They go to the same bars, same spots, same clubs, mess around with the same bitches. Or looking around, keeping up with the Joneses, looking around for the same hoes. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Coons. So, we are in a coon culture, and conversations like this will break the culture slowly and surely. All right? But that's going to conclude this episode of the Just Be Simple podcast. All right? I love y'all. Thank y'all. And this will be the first episode that's officially posted on the Just Be Simple podcast channel. So make sure you subscribe, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell an auntie. Just be simple. It's a lifestyle. It's not a brand. It's a lifestyle. If you want to change something that you don't like in your life, just be simple. Change it. Change your diet, change your sleep, change who you got around you, change the music you listen to, change it. The same way we change clothes every day is the same way we can change our mind every day. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. And it's your boy JB. And I'm mad.